Original Sin has committed the cardinal sin. Welcome back to Fog Entertainment, and it's been unrenewed. Unrenewed. When does a TV show ever get unrenewed? It got renewed for a new season, and now it's been unrenewed. And reports according to TMC, Variety, Hollywood Reporter, whatever you want to go on, it's due to the success of Resurrection, which may sound weird. Why would a show in the same universe be cancelled due to the popularity of another one? Well, I think it's basically just because, right, Resurrection's good. Well, it's better than good. It's great. Let's be real. It's great. Some great shit. It's great watching it. And they would rather just put their eggs all into the basket of Resurrection. So I think for the people expecting a Trinity Killer prequel, I would say that's out the window. Definitely. As for Original Sin, it's unfortunate, but if you just look at it and break it down, right? Original Sin begins with Dexter getting shot in New Blood and then being carted away to hospital, to which he then he goes into a coma, and essentially his life flashes before his eyes, and it takes us back to 1991 Miami, where it all began for him getting into the Miami Metro Police Department. And to me, that makes sense. And obviously, at the start of Resurrection, he wakes up, and that part of his life, that coma, that fever dream, whatever you want to call it, that reminiscing, it's over. I'm not saying they still couldn't have did a season two, but it's weird that they actually renewed it and then have unrenewed it. To me, that's bizarre. Because the way Original Sin ended, it did leave the door open, but at the same time, I mean, how many avenues do we really want to go down here with Original Sin? We've already got Brian interacting with Harry. Now, I tell you what, there's a few things I would have liked to have seen in a season two of Original Sin. The truth behind Harry Morgan's death, an introduction of Dokes, and then obviously something to do with Captain Matthews actually getting like a prominent role and getting introduced to our screens, because I feel like that's a massive missed opportunity. And without those guarantees, then I'm not really that bothered about Original Sin. Definitely not. But yeah, there was a lot to go. There was a lot of wiggle room with a season two of Original Sin. But at the same time, the more of a prequel you do, the more the wires can get crossed. And it's not really like Better Call Saul, where yes, it's on Saul, but it's not on Walter. And Walter's obviously the main character. And I feel like doing a prequel on the main character of a show already, it's very hard. Like, we didn't really know a lot about Saul's backstory. Better Call Saul introduced a hell of a lot of characters that were new, like Lalo, Nacho, right? Kim, Hard, among others. You look at Original Sin, yeah, you had the captain. I can't even remember what his name was. What was his name? Captain Dempsey? Was it Captain Dempsey? Spencer, Captain Spencer. So you had Spencer, and then you had obviously Sarah Wayne Gellar playing the blood splatter woman. But apart from those two, and obviously the generic villains, like everyone else was pretty much the same. LaGuarta, Batista, Masuka, Deborah, Harry, Dexter. I get it. That's what a prequel should be. But there was a real lack of new characters to go to develop and explore avenues, because you know how Dexter plays it. These like traumatic, drastic events can't really happen to these characters, like a Batista, LaGuardia, Deborah, Masuka, because you know they're still alive, they're not mutilated, they haven't lost a fucking arm in battle, or I say real killers chopped like two of their limbs off or something. It always does limit you. So yeah, I mean, it's a shame. Personally, I think they could have got one more season out of it. It is unfortunate, but I'm not going to sit here like the boy cried wolf and be like, oh, and pretend that I would have loved the season two. I personally, I would have preferred a season two than not, but at the same time, if it gets us more resurrection, that should be the end game here. More resurrection should be what all of us are aiming for, because that's current day, that's relevant, and as good as a prequel is, all it is a prequel. And to me, Resurrection, Original Sin, I thought was good. It's probably like a 6 out of 10, decent prequel. Resurrection, out of 10 this season, man, it's sitting at about a 9 for me, and there's obviously 2 episodes to go, and it could definitely still get elevated in that regard. Anyway, that's where we're going to leave it here on Fog Entertainment. We'll probably put it up for a poll regarding if it was a correct decision or not. So yeah, leave your thoughts down below. Like, comment, subscribe. Dexter, Season 8, Episode 5 and 6 reviews this weekend. And once we finish these 2 episodes of Resurrection the next couple of weeks, we'll get fired into New Blood. So yeah, Dexter content never stops.